decluttering challenge this weekend, and you guys are not going to believe what it is. So stay tuned. I'm about to tell y'all, and I'm so excited. Like, I have not even been this excited about something in a long time. So if you guys don't know, I have been on a minimalism journey for a little, like, about a year now, and I feel like I haven't made that much progress. I actually have made a lot of progress. I've decluttered a lot of things, but I'm still feeling overwhelmed with the amount of stuff that I do have, and that's because for a lot of my products like candles and body care, I don't really want to give it all away or like throw it all away, because I'm taking like more of a gradual approach to like adopting a minimalist lifestyle, I guess, of wanting to use it all up, because, you know, part of minimalism for some people is not to be like as wasteful, and getting rid of so many products that are good enough for you to use is pretty wasteful. So anyways, I'm excited because finally, okay, I was living in an apartment when I first, let's do a little bit of a backstory. I was living in my apartment when I first wanted to try out, you know, living a more intentional minimalist lifestyle. And so I had a lot more space. And so I felt like, you know, I was doing a great job. But then in about the middle of the year, it wasn't supposed to be till November, but COVID happened and kind of messed up my plans like it did for so many other people. I ended up moving out of my apartment a little bit early and just still paying rent at my apartment, but living with my parents. So I moved back into my bedroom at home, which I share with my younger sister, who's living away at college right now, but she does come home like over the summer and during the breaks. And obviously during the beginning of the pandemic, she was here like 24/7 because her college like shut down and changed to virtual learning, and so they shut down like their campus and any residential living places and stuff. So yes, anyways, I have like her bed, her dresser, her nightstand all in my bedroom as well, and then of course she has half the closet, I have half the closet. So of course I still will be like living with her stuff, but she has a lot less stuff than me. Like, she has always been an anti-clutter type of person, whereas for me, I just have kind of like always been about accumulating stuff. And I know that's not a good way to be, and I'm trying to like be out the consumerist tendencies that I have by doing things like my 6-month no buy, and then after my no buy is over, I'm going to go to a low buy when it comes to like candles and wax and body care and all that, like different products that I'm bringing into my life. So yeah, anyways, this one is going to be a challenge that is going to help me to minimize my belongings even more, and I'm super excited about it. So I've been watching this YouTuber, I can't remember the name of her channel, it's something Jill. I'm gonna like put it in either this corner or this corner, either one of these two corners, because I need to tell you guys the name of her. She is doing a decluttering challenge that she's like breaking up into parts, which I think is super awesome. It's like if you were packing to move, she's essentially packing to move, but not actually putting anything into boxes. She's just decluttering through, you know, would I pack this away to move it, or would I just get rid of it? In order to help her declutter, she's asking herself that question. I hope that's making sense as like a good decluttering strategy. And I was inspired by her that, you know, I've been wanting to travel lately, and I was just thinking, you know, what if for like a year I had enough money saved up to just go travel through the US for a year, and I had to pack all my belongings in just my little tiny compact car. And his name is Teddy, my car's name. So if I were to have to fit all my belongings into Teddy, would I be able to do it? Probably not. So I decided I am going to do the most massive declutter challenge I have ever done, which is keeping only what I can pack into my compact car and getting rid of the rest. And I am so excited about it. I'm going to do it this weekend. So essentially, these are my priorities. These are my steps for the challenge that I'm going to be following. And this video is obviously going to be in 3 parts. So this one, well, maybe 3 parts, maybe more, I don't know. So essentially, this is part 1. And it's pretty much me just explaining the challenge and explaining the rules for the challenge and stuff like that. Not the rules, but the challenge and the steps I'm planning on following in order to do it. And if you guys don't have any plans this weekend and you want to do some decluttering, then I totally suggest giving this a try with me, because I hope it's gonna go well, and I would love to hear in the comments, how are your experiences? I don't know if there's any other YouTuber who have ever done this before. I decided not to really look for it, like only keeping what I can fit in my car or something like that. I decided not to watch any videos or look it up or anything, because I don't want to be like, I don't want to feel pressured or feel any certain type of way of like being overcritical of myself. I'm just going to do the best that I can, and you know, I'm going to come out the end like of the weekend a better person and grow my decluttering muscles, and you know, take a few trips to the donation center hopefully, and just like feel a lot better about what I have in my space and everything like that, and not feel so overwhelmed. So I am not including in this decluttering any memories that I have, like keepsakes or any Christmas decor items, because like when I think logically, if I were to, you know, that's the whole premise of this challenge, of how I had like come up with it in my head, is like if I were to, you know, be like unemployed for a year, have enough savings, and go travel around the US with just me and my car, like would I be able to fit all my belongings in there? And reasonably thinking about that, would you bring Christmas decor or your keepsakes with you to travel for a year? Probably not. So those are technically things that I could just leave in storage or leave in my parents' garage or whatever. So I'm not including those in my what I can fit in my car. So yeah, that's one of my like rules, is that those don't count. So my steps for the challenge, there are 5 steps that I think I'm going to have. Hopefully I'm right. So step 1 is to see how many bins or boxes fit into my car. I can utilize, or I'm allowed to utilize, the trunk, the back seat, and the passenger seat, because obviously it would be just only me in the car. So I would have all that space to get to use, which is still not a whole lot of space because it's a compact car, but yeah. Anyways, I'm allowed to utilize all that space in order to pack for my year of traveling. Then I am going to bring all the empty bins and boxes into my bedroom. And you guys, I don't think I have to buy any bins. Like, I have a lot of bins and crates and buckets and stuff to use, so I don't think I'll have to buy any. So bring all those empty bins into my bedroom. Then pack the bins in order of priority. So obviously priorities are different for everybody. I made a list of my priorities of my items in order. So my priorities would be clothes. That's number 1, because you gotta have clothes. Essentials for body care and personal care. School supplies. Obviously, if I were traveling for a year, I would not probably be in school. But since this has to be practical for like my actual life, I cannot get rid of my school supplies because I need those. Any expensive items that I still use, so that would be like my video camera, my laptop, anything like that. I already got rid of my iPad. I gave it to my sister. I'm trying to think if there's any other electronics that I have, but I don't think I do. If so, then it would be a surprise to me. Any extra bedding, any candles and wax melts, any mugs and kitchen supplies, serveware, and then books. So then anything that comes after books would just be like a miscellaneous category. So, okay, so then pack the bins in order priority. I went over my priorities. So then number 4, whatever does not fit into the bins has to be decluttered. That's the stuff that I'm like, well, if I had to go a year without it, then I could. And obviously, if I can go a year without it, then why do I have it in my room taking up space? And then unpack the bins and ensure that I find a place for every single item that I decided to keep during the decluttering process. And anything that I cannot find a place for has got to go, because I am over not having a home for everything. I need that. You know, I just need to have it. I don't know. So obviously it's not 100% practical of like if I were to be traveling, because for example, like some of the clothes that I will keep will have to be, you know, work clothes. And if I were unemployed for a year traveling the United States, then I would not have to have work clothes because I would not be working. Another thing that's not practical is like candles. I probably would not bring a whole bunch of candles along with me. And like, you know, for mugs, I would probably only have one mug if I were traveling, but in my real life, I would like to have more than one mug. Obviously, the school supplies we already talked about. And if I were honestly to be traveling for a year, I probably would not pack like 1,000 backups of body care. I probably would just pack like one, and then as I run out, I would replenish, because that would be a waste of a lot of space that, you know, I could use for something else. But it's just kind of the fun of the challenge. So this is my little note sheet, and I'm so excited. I am so excited, you guys. So yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below if you're going to be doing a challenge like this. I will see you next time, and as always, make sure you stay positive till then. Bye!